Thinking about opening a restaurant in Melbourne,
Yeah.
that's a pretty bold move.
It is.
I mean, Melbourne is known for its amazing food scene.
Right.
But also for being, like, super competitive.
Oh, yeah.
But luckily, you've come to the right place.
That's right.
We've got this blog post here that's packed with insights on how to make your restaurant dream a reality.
Awesome.
So yeah, buckle up. This is going to be one delicious ride.
It's a real feast for the senses, Melbourne.
Oh, for sure.
This blog post calls it a global food capital. And I'd have to agree.
Yeah.
But that also means that there's like over 10,000 restaurants all vying for attention.
Yikes. That's a lot of competition.
Yeah.
So what's a savvy entrepreneur like yourself supposed to do to stand out?
Well, I think, first off, you really need to understand what Melburnians are craving these days.
Okay.
Sustainability is huge. Think about farm to table, minimal waste,
right,
ethical sourcing,
Yeah.
plus catering to dietary needs.
Oh, yeah.
That's essential.
Yeah.
Vegetarian, vegan, gluten-free, of course. You got to have options.
Okay, so no more just like slapping a parm on a plate and calling it a day.
Yeah, right.
I'm sensing a theme here. Melbourne diners,
Yeah.
they're looking for more than just a meal these days.
Exactly. This blog post talks about experiential dining.
Oh, okay.
Immersive, interactive, something beyond just the food.
Okay, so before we even get to the menu,
Yeah.
what's the first thing someone needs to do to get this restaurant dream off the ground?
It's like any good dish.
Okay.
It all starts with a solid recipe.
Okay.
In this case, a rock-solid business plan.
Got it.
Think of it as your roadmap to success. This blog post really stresses the importance of a well-structured plan.
Okay, so no winging it.
No.
Got it.
Yeah.
What are the key ingredients for this business plan recipe?
Market research
Right.
is crucial.
Okay.
You need to figure out what's missing in Melbourne's culinary landscape.
Right, yeah.
Where are the gaps? What are people craving that they can't find?
Yeah.
Then pinpoint your target audience. Who are you cooking for?
Right.
What are their dining habits?
Yeah.
Preferences?
Yeah.
And most importantly, what's your unique selling proposition?
Okay.
Your secret sauce, if you will,
I like that.
that sets you apart from the 10,000 other restaurants.
Right. You got to have that wow factor.
Exactly.
But let's be real. All of this streaming comes with a pretty hefty price tag.
It does.
How much does it actually cost to open a restaurant in Melbourne these days?
Well, Melbourne is notorious for its high operating costs.
Yeah.
Think about the rent, utilities, staff wages. It all adds up.
Yeah.
This blog post estimates that those initial setup costs, including renovation,
Oh, wow.
kitchen equipment, furniture design, that can range anywhere from AUD 200,000 to 500,000
Furry.
for a mid-range restaurant.
Whoa, that's a serious chunk of change.
Yeah.
And that's before you even open the doors.
Yeah.
No wonder this blog post keeps mentioning the importance of accurate financial projections.
Exactly. You need to forecast your revenue, your expenses, your profit margins.
Right.
And don't forget about those unexpected expenses that always seem to pop up.
Like
what if your fancy espresso machine decides to call it quits on opening night?
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
Okay, so maybe a contingency fund is a good idea.
Always a good idea.
Yeah, but even with a solid business plan and a hefty savings account, you can't just open a restaurant on a whim, right?
No.
What about all the legal stuff?
Ah, yes, the red tape.
Ugh.
You can't escape it,
Yeah.
first and foremost.
Yeah.
You'll need a food business registration from your local council.
Okay.
It's mandatory for all restaurants in Melbourne.
So no cutting corners there. Makes sense. You got to keep those hungry Melburnians safe.
Absolutely.
Right.
And if you're planning on serving alcohol, you'll need a liquor license
Okay.
from Victoria's Department of Justice and Community Safety. Right.
And it's crucial to apply for this well in advance.
Yeah.
Because processing times can be lengthy.
Got it.
Yeah.
So food business registration, liquor license,
Yes.
anything else?
Well, depending on your location
Okay.
and any structural changes you're making to the building,
Right.
might also need a planning permit.
Got it.
It's best to check with your local council early on
Okay.
to see what's required for your specific situation.
All right. So we've got the business plan,
Yeah.
the permits, the funding.
Right.
Are we ready to start cooking?
Hold on a second.
Oh,
We need to talk about food safety.
okay.
Melbourne has incredibly strict regulations, and for good reason.
Right.
Public health is paramount.
Yeah. Food poisoning is not exactly the kind of buzz you want to create.
Exactly.
Yeah.
This blog post dives deep into the food safety essentials.
Okay.
Temperature control, cross-contamination prevention, personal hygiene, the works.
Right.
Think of it this way.
You're not just serving food. They're building trust with your customers.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
This blog post also mentioned something about a food safety supervisor.
Yes.
And routine inspections by local health authorities.
That's right. You'll need a qualified food safety supervisor on staff at all times.
Got it.
And be prepared for those surprise inspections from the health inspectors.
Yeah.
They take their job seriously.
They do.
And so should you.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay, so we've got the legal stuff sorted. The kitchen is sparkling clean.
Right.
What's next on our restaurant to-do list?
Now comes the fun part.
Okay.
Finding the perfect location
All right.
for your culinary masterpiece.
Yeah, it's all about location, as they say.
That's right.
And I bet rent in Melbourne is no joke.
It's not.
Where are the hotspots for restaurants these days?
Well, the CBD
Oh,
is
wow.
always bustling with activity, attracting a mix of business lunches, tourists, after-work crowds.
Yeah.
It's a melting pot of cuisines.
For sure.
But be prepared for premium rent prices.
Got it. Prime real estate comes at a premium.
Yeah.
What about some of the other neighborhoods mentioned in this blog post?
Well, Fitzroy and Collingwood,
Okay.
they're known for their trendy hipster vibes.
Yeah.
They're hotspots for boutique-style restaurants.
Right.
And bars, often with a focus on local and sustainable ingredients.
Ooh, I love those areas. They've got such a cool,
They do.
creative energy.
Yeah.
What about something a little more laid back?
If you're after a relaxed beachside atmosphere,
Okay.
St. Kilda might be your scene.
Okay.
It attracts a mix of locals and tourists
Mm-hmm.
with a focus on casual dining and seafood.
Sounds like a perfect spot for a fish and chip shop.
It does.
Right, but with so many great neighborhoods,
Yeah.
how do you even choose?
It all comes down to your concept,
Okay.
your target audience,
Right,
and your
yeah.
budget.
Yeah.
Think about the kind of atmosphere you want to create.
Mm-hmm.
Analyze foot traffic patterns.
Right.
Consider the demographics of each area.
You got to make sure your restaurant is in the right place at the right time.
Exactly.
Okay, so we've got the location, permits, the
Yeah.
food safety protocols in place.
Right.
Now, what about the money?
Yeah.
How do we actually fund this restaurant dream?
That's a big question.
It is a big question.
And this blog post offers some great insights.
Okay.
Let's break it down.
Sounds good to me. Let's talk dollars and cents.
All right, so first off,
Yeah.
you need to factor in all the costs,
Okay.
not just the initial setup,
Mm-hmm.
but also ongoing expenses like rent, utilities, staff wages,
Of course.
food and beverage costs,
Yeah.
marketing.
Right.
It all adds up.
Yeah. I'm starting to understand why this blog post emphasizes having a contingency fund.
Exactly.
Yeah,
There are always unexpected costs that can pop up.
for sure.
As for funding sources,
Mm-hmm.
personal savings are a common starting point,
Yeah.
but you can also look into bank loans.
Private investors.
All right.
And even government grants and programs.
Okay, so we've got options,
We do?
personal savings, bank loans, investors.
Mhm.
What about those government grants you mentioned?
There are some fantastic programs out there,
Oh, cool.
both at the federal and state levels.
Okay.
Some are specifically designed to support new businesses,
Yeah.
while others focus on specific industries
Right.
or initiatives like sustainability.
Cool.
It's worth doing some research to see if you qualify.
Yeah, definitely.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so let's say we've secured the funding,
Right.
found the perfect location,
Yeah.
and dotted all of our I's and crossed all of our, legally speaking,
Mm-hmm.
how do we get people excited about our amazing new restaurant?
Yeah.
I mean, Melbourne is a jungle out there.
It is.
How do you cut through the noise
Right.
and stand out from the crowd?
You're absolutely right.
Yeah,
Melbourne's a city that loves to eat.
they do.
So getting notice is key. This blog post calls it crafting a brand that's as delicious as your food.
Ooh, love that.
Yeah.
So what are the key ingredients for
Mhm.
building a brand that gets people talking?
Yeah.
And more importantly, booking tables?
It starts with your restaurant's name and logo.
Okay.
They need to be catchy, memorable,
Yeah.
and representative of your concept.
Right. You only get one chance to make a first impression.
Exactly.
What else do we need to consider when it comes to branding?
Think about your restaurant's personality.
Okay.
Is it casual and fun,
Yeah.
upscale and sophisticated,
Right.
quirky and offbeat?
Mm-hmm.
Your brand should reflect that personality in everything,
Okay.
from your menu design
Yeah.
to your social media presence.
Right. Okay, so we've got the name, the logo, the
Mhm.
personality.
Yeah,
What about the message?
right.
What are we putting out there into the world?
That's where your mission and values come in.
Okay.
What do you stand for? Are you all about sustainability? Locally sourced ingredients?
Right.
A unique dining experience?
Yeah.
These are the things that resonate with customers and help you build a loyal following.
It's like we're creating a whole story around the food.
Exactly.
But even with the best brand in the world,
Yeah.
you still need to get the word out.
You do.
How do you market a restaurant in a city like Melbourne?
Right.
What works these days?
Let's dive into the world of digital marketing.
All right, perfect. I'm all ears.
So first and foremost, you need to nail your local SEO,
Okay.
search engine optimization.
I've heard of that.
Yeah, this means making sure that your website is optimized for keywords
Okay.
like best restaurants in Melbourne or Melbourne dining,
Yeah.
so that you pop up when people are searching online.
Okay, so SEO is all about being discoverable online.
Exactly.
Got it. What about those all-important online reviews?
Yes,
Melburnians love their online reviews.
they do, and those reviews can make or break your reputation.
Yeah, that's true.
That's why it's crucial to claim your Google My Business listing
Okay.
and encourage happy customers to leave glowing reviews.
Got it. Google My Business check. What about social media?
Yeah,
I feel like every restaurant these days needs like a killer Instagram feed.
you're absolutely right. Social media is essential
Yeah.
for showcasing your menu,
Right.
your ambiance, your brand personality.
Yeah.
It's a visual way to connect with potential customers
Yeah.
and get them excited about dining at your restaurant.
Okay, so we're posting drool-worthy food photos,
Yeah.
engaging with followers, running contests.
Right.
What else can we do to kind of build a buzz?
Don't underestimate the power of influencer marketing
Okay.
and food bloggers.
Right.
Partnering with local influencers who align with your brand
Yeah.
can expose you to a wider audience and generate some serious hype.
Smart move.
Yeah.
So we're building our brand,
Yeah.
spreading the word on social media, getting rave reviews online. What about the actual dining experience?
Yeah.
How do we make it seamless and convenient for those busy Melburnians?
Great question. In a fast-paced city like Melbourne,
Yeah.
convenience is key.
Right.
Online reservations are essential.
Okay.
Systems like OpenTable or Resy
Yeah.
make booking a table a breeze,
Right.
and partnering with food delivery platforms
Yeah.
like Uber Eats, Deliveroo, or DoorDash
Of course.
can significantly expand your reach
Mhm.
and cater to those who prefer to dine in the comfort of their own homes.
Right. I love those late night cravings, satisfied with a few taps on a phone.
Exactly.
It's all about meeting those hungry customers where they are.
That's right.
Speaking of meeting people, what about the people who make the magic happen?
Yeah.
The staff.
Right.
How do you build a dream team
Yeah.
in a city as competitive as Melbourne?
Well, your staff are the face of your restaurant.
For sure.
So building a strong team is crucial.
Yeah.
And this blog post reminds us that it's not just about finding talented people. It's also about understanding the legalities involved.
Okay, so legal stuff first.
Okay.
What do we need to know when it comes to hiring staff in Melbourne?
You need to be aware of award wages,
Right.
which are minimum pay rates set by the government for specific industries,
Yeah.
including hospitality.
Right.
The Fair Work Act outlines employee rights
Okay.
regarding working hours, breaks,
Right.
and leave entitlements.
Got to make sure we're treating our employees fairly.
Absolutely.
Anything else we need to know?
If you're planning on hiring international staff,
Okay.
make sure you understand the visa requirements
Right.
and ensure they have the legal right to work in Australia.
Got it. Legalities aside.
Yeah.
What about creating like a positive
Yeah.
and supportive work environment?
Right.
I imagine a happy team translates to happy customers.
You're absolutely right.
Yeah.
This blog post emphasizes the importance of open communication,
Yeah.
training and development opportunities,
Right.
incentives,
Yeah.
and a fun work environment.
Yeah.
It's all about fostering a sense of teamwork,
Okay.
making your staff feel valued and appreciated.
I love that a restaurant is more than just a business. It's a community.
It is.
Okay, so we've got our dream team assembled,
Right.
but how do we keep everything running smoothly? Technology seems to play a pretty big role in the modern restaurant world.
It does. Technology isn't just about fancy gadgets.
Right.
It's about streamlining your operations,
Yeah.
enhancing customer service,
Right.
and making life easier for you and your team.
Okay, I'm sold. What kind of tech solutions do we need to keep our restaurant humming?
Well, a reliable point of sale system
Okay.
or POS system.
POS system, that sounds important.
It is.
What exactly does it do?
It's basically the brain of your restaurant.
Okay.
It handles everything from taking orders and processing payments to managing inventory and tracking sales data.
That's a lot of responsibility.
It is, but there are lots of great systems out there.
Okay, what are some popular ones in Melbourne?
Some popular ones include Square POS, Lightspeed, Touch Bistro, and Revel Systems.
So many choices. How do you choose the right one?
It really depends on your specific needs and your budget.
Okay.
Do your research, compare features, and consider factors like ease of use, customer support, and integration with other systems.
All right, so POS system, check.
Sure.
What other tech tools are essential for a modern Melbourne restaurant?
Restaurant management software, or RMS.
RMS, tell me more.
Think of it like a digital assistant for your restaurant.
Okay.
It helps you automate and manage everything.
Wow.
From inventory and staff scheduling to customer relationship management and reporting and analytics.
Wow, that sounds amazing.
It's very helpful.
It's like having a whole team of virtual helpers.
Exactly.
What about digital menus?
Yeah.
I've seen those popping up everywhere.
Yeah.
Are they becoming the norm in Melbourne?
They are.
Okay.
Digital menus and QR code systems are gaining traction for a few reasons.
Okay.
They're cost-effective,
right,
easy to update,
yeah,
and enhance the customer experience. Plus, they're environmentally friendly.
That's great.
Which is a big plus for eco-conscious Melburnians.
Okay, so digital menus, check.
Yeah.
And of course, we can't forget about online ordering and delivery platforms.
Absolutely. Partnering with platforms like Uber Eats, Deliveroo, or DoorDash can open up a whole new revenue stream and make your restaurant accessible to a wider audience. And if you want more control over the process, you can also implement an online ordering system directly through your website.
So many ways to reach those hungry customers.
There are.
But all this technology, it generates a ton of data.
It does.
How do we make sense of it all?
That's where data analytics comes in.
Okay.
By analyzing your sales trends, customer preferences, operational efficiency.
Yeah. Marketing effectiveness.
Right.
You can gain valuable insights that help you make informed decisions.
Okay.
And optimize your business.
Data-driven decisions. I like it. It's like taking the guesswork out of running a restaurant.
Exactly.
Speaking of making smart choices.
Yeah.
We need to circle back to a topic that's close to the heart of many Melburnians. Sustainability.
Ah, yes. Sustainability is more than just a trend in Melbourne.
Yeah.
It's a way of life.
Exactly. This blog post makes it clear that being eco-friendly is no longer just a nice-to-have.
Right.
It's a must-have.
It is.
For any restaurant that wants to succeed in this city.
I couldn't agree more. Melburnians are discerning diners.
Yeah.
And they increasingly choose to support businesses that align with their values.
For sure.
Sustainability is a big part of that equation.
Okay, so how do we make our restaurant more sustainable? Where do we even begin?
It starts with integrating sustainable practices into every aspect of your operation.
Think about your sourcing.
Okay.
Can you prioritize local, organic, and ethically produced ingredients?
Local, organic, ethical. Those are all buzzwords in the food world these days.
They are.
But how do we know we're getting the real deal?
Ask questions. Do your research. And build relationships with suppliers you trust. There are also certifications and labels to look for. Like the Australian Certified Organic logo. Or Fair Trade certification.
Okay, so we're sourcing responsibly. But what about all those takeout containers and single-use plastics? It seems like they're an unavoidable part of the restaurant industry.
Not necessarily.
Oh, okay.
There are tons of eco-friendly alternatives out there.
Like what?
Compostable packaging, reusable cutlery, paper straws. The options are endless. It might cost a bit more up front, but it's an investment in the planet and your brand's reputation.
Okay, so we're ditching the plastic. What else can we do to green up our restaurant?
Energy efficiency is another big one. Invest in energy-saving appliances. Like refrigerators, ovens, and dishwashers. Not only will you be reducing your environmental impact, but you'll also be saving money on your energy bills in the long run.
Talk about a win-win.
Exactly.
What about water conservation?
Water is a precious resource.
Yeah, it is.
Especially in a city like Melbourne. Simple things like installing low-flow faucets and dishwashers can make a significant difference. Train your staff to be mindful of water usage during food prep and cleaning.
Every drop counts.
It does.
And what about the food itself?
Yeah.
Can we make our menu more sustainable?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Consider offering more plant-based or vegetarian dishes.
Right.
Meat production has a larger environmental footprint than plant-based options.
Okay.
If you are using meat, source it from sustainable and ethical farms.
Okay. So we're sourcing responsibly, minimizing waste, conserving energy and water, and even offering plant-based options.
Exactly.
We're officially on the path to becoming a green restaurant.
We are.
But how do we let our customers know about all these amazing efforts?
Yeah.
We don't want to just be doing good. We want to be seen doing good.
You're absolutely right. Shout it from the rooftops. Or at least from your menu and your social media.
Right.
Clearly label your sustainable, organic, and locally sourced dishes.
Right.
Use social media to highlight your eco-friendly practices and initiatives.
Yeah. People love to know that they're supporting businesses that care about the planet.
They do.
What else can we do to engage our customers in our sustainability journey?
Maybe offer incentives for customers who bring their own reusable containers.
Oh, I like that.
Or choose to dine in.
I love that idea.
Yeah.
It's like we're creating a whole sustainability ecosystem. Our suppliers are on board. Our staff is trained.
Yeah.
Our customers are making conscious choices.
Right.
It's a beautiful thing.
It really is. And the best part is that sustainability and profitability aren't mutually exclusive.
Right.
By reducing waste, conserving energy and water, appealing to a growing segment of eco-conscious consumers, you can actually boost your bottom line while doing good for the planet.
All right, so we've covered a ton of ground in this deep dive.
We have.
From understanding Melbourne's unique dining culture to crafting a rock-solid business plan, navigating the legal maze, mastering the art of branding and marketing, building a dream team, embracing technology,
of course,
and even becoming a sustainability champion.
It's a lot.
We've explored all the essential ingredients for creating a successful restaurant.
It's been quite a journey.
It has, but we're not done yet.
Not yet.
There's still so much to discuss.
There is.
Welcome back. So we've covered a ton of ground already.
We have.
Everything from permits and licenses to building a sustainable tech-savvy restaurant. But let's say you've officially opened your doors. The crowds are coming in. You're riding that new restaurant high. What happens next? How do you keep the momentum going? And make sure your success isn't just a flash in the pan?
That's where the post-launch management comes in.
Okay.
It's all about tracking key metrics, analyzing those numbers, and using that data to make informed decisions.
Data-driven decisions.
Yeah.
I like the sound of that.
It's important.
Yeah. It's like taking the guesswork out of running a restaurant. But where do we even start?
Right.
What numbers should we be tracking?
There are a few key metrics that every restaurant owner should keep a close eye on. Revenue is obviously important. How much money is coming in. But you also need to look at your profit margins. Are you actually making money? After deducting all your expenses? Then there's table turnover rate. How quickly are you filling and refilling those seats?
So revenue, profit margins, table turnover rate. Got it.
You also have food cost percentage. How much are you spending on ingredients compared to your menu prices? And then there's labor cost percentage. How much are you spending on staff wages? And of course, customer satisfaction is paramount.
Yeah, for sure.
Are your diners happy?
Right.
Are they leaving positive reviews? Are they coming back for more?
You can have the best food in the world, but if your service is terrible, or your prices are outrageous, people aren't going to stick around.
Exactly.
Speaking of sticking around, this blog post talks about the importance of building customer loyalty.
Yeah, it's really important.
So how do we turn those one-time diners into regulars?
Well, loyalty programs are a great way to incentivize repeat business, offer discounts, freebies, exclusive promotions to your most loyal customers.
Like a frequent diner pinch card.
Yeah.
But for the digital age.
Exactly.
I like it. What about what about personalized experiences?
Those are also key.
Okay.
I remember your regulars' names, their favorite dishes, maybe even their birthdays.
Right.
It's those little touches that make people feel valued and appreciated.
It's like the Cheers bar of restaurants where everybody knows your name.
Exactly.
What about email marketing?
Yeah.
Is that still a thing?
Absolutely. A well-crafted email newsletter can keep your restaurant top of mind. Use it to share news and updates. Announce special events. Offer exclusive deals to your subscribers.
Right. So we're keeping our current customers happy. But how do we attract new ones? And expand our reach? This blog post dives into some interesting growth strategy.
Yeah, it does.
So what are some of the options?
Well, if your first location is thriving, you might consider opening a second location.
Ooh, expansion.
Yeah.
That's a big step.
It is.
How do you know if you're ready for that kind of growth?
It's not a decision to take lightly. Wow. You really want to analyze those key metrics we talked about earlier. Is your revenue consistently strong? Are your profit margins healthy? Do you have a solid team in place? Who can handle the added responsibility?
Right. You don't want to spread yourself too thin.
Exactly.
What if a second location feels too risky or too soon? Are there other ways to grow?
Absolutely. You could expand your menu. Introduce new dishes. Or even start offering catering services.
Expanding the menu sounds like a fun way to keep things fresh.
It is.
And exciting for both the customers and the kitchen staff.
Yeah.
What about catering?
Yeah.
Is that a lucrative option for Melbourne restaurants?
It can be, especially if you're located in an area with a lot of corporate events or private parties. Think about what sets your restaurant apart and how you can translate that into a successful catering service.
So we've got opening a second location, expanding the menu, offering catering. Any other growth strategies we should have on our radar?
Franchising is another option, but it's a big commitment.
Yeah, I bet.
You need a rock-solid brand, a proven business model, and a strong support system in place for your franchisees. It's not something to jump into lightly, but it can be a very lucrative way to scale your business if you're prepared.
Got it. Franchising a potential path, but maybe not right out of the gate.
Yeah.
What about delivery and takeaway?
Yeah.
Those seem like no-brainers these days.
Yeah.
Especially with the rise of food delivery apps.
Exactly. Delivery and takeaway can be a significant revenue stream, especially if you optimize your menu for travel. And ensure the quality of the food remains top-notch. You can partner with existing delivery platforms or even create your own in-house delivery system.
So lots of exciting options for growth.
There are.
But before we get ahead of ourselves, let's circle back to a topic we touched on earlier. Those all-important online reviews. How do you handle negative reviews?
Yeah.
I mean, everyone dreads that one-star rating.
Negative reviews are inevitable.
Oh, yeah. That's the truth.
No matter how hard you try, you're not going to please everyone.
But how do you deal with them? Without letting them damage your reputation?
The key is to respond to all reviews, both positive and negative, in a timely and professional manner. Express gratitude for the positive feedback. And use the negative feedback as an opportunity for growth.
So don't get defensive. Take it as constructive criticism.
Exactly. Address the concerns raised in the negative review. Apologize for any shortcomings. And highlight the steps you're taking to improve. It shows potential customers that you care about their feedback and are committed to providing a positive dining experience.
It's all about transparency. And showing that you're constantly striving to improve.
Exactly.
So we've covered a lot of ground in this post-launch phase.
We have.
Everything from tracking key metrics and building customer loyalty to exploring growth strategies and handling those dreaded negative reviews.
It's a lot to think about.
It seems like opening a restaurant is just the beginning of the adventure.
It is. And as with any adventure, there will be challenges along the way.
For sure.
But with careful planning, a dedicated team, and a passion for creating memorable dining experiences, you can navigate those challenges and build a restaurant that thrives for years to come.
This blog post has been a goldmine of information.
It has.
For anyone dreaming of opening a restaurant in Melbourne, from the initial planning stages to post-launch management and beyond, it's clear that success requires a combination of passion, business savvy, and a deep understanding of the Melbourne dining scene.
Absolutely. And as we wrap up this part of our deep dive, I want to leave our listeners with one final thought.
I'm all ears. What's the secret ingredient for long-term success?
never stop learning.
Okay.
Never stop evolving and never lose sight of the joy that comes from creating something truly special for your guests.
Before we wrap up this deep dive into the world of opening a restaurant in Melbourne, we need to revisit a topic that's super important to Melburnians, sustainability.
Yes.
This blog post really drives home the point that being eco-friendly, it's no longer just a bonus, it's practically a requirement.
It's true. Melburnians are known for their love of good food and their commitment to the environment. Right.
They want to know that the restaurants they support are making conscious choices.
So let's say we're on board with the sustainability movement.
Okay.
How do we actually make it happen in our restaurant?
Right.
We've got menus to plan, staff to manage, budgets to balance.
Yeah.
Where does saving the planet fit into all of this?
It's all about integrating sustainable practices into every aspect of your operation.
Okay.
Think of it as a holistic approach.
Right.
Rather than just a few isolated initiatives.
I like that. A holistic approach.
Yeah.
Where do we start?
Well, one of the most impactful things you can do is to rethink your sourcing.
Oh, okay.
Can you prioritize local, organic, and ethically produced ingredients?
Okay.
This not only reduces your carbon footprint,
right,
but also supports local farmers and businesses.
Right. It's a win-win.
It is.
Good for the environment.
Yeah.
Good for the local economy.
Exactly.
But how do we know we're actually getting what we're paying for?
There are so many labels and certifications out there.
There are.
It can be confusing.
Do your research.
Okay.
Don't be afraid to ask your suppliers questions about their practices.
Right.
Look for certifications like the Australian Certified Organic logo or Fair Trade certification, and build relationships with suppliers who share your values.
Okay, so we're sourcing responsibly.
Yeah.
But what about all the waste generated in a restaurant? Takeout containers.
Right.
Plastic wrap, food scraps.
Yeah.
It can feel overwhelming.
It's definitely a challenge, but there are solutions out there
for
takeout containers and packaging.
Yeah.
Explore compostable or biodegradable options.
Right.
There are companies that specialize in eco-friendly packaging for the food industry.
Right. So ditching those styrofoam clamshells for something a little more earth-friendly.
Exactly.
What about in the kitchen?
Yeah.
Any tips for reducing waste there?
Composting food scraps is a great way to reduce your environmental impact. Many cities in Australia, including Melbourne, have composting programs for businesses.
Okay.
And make sure you're recycling properly. Cardboard, glass, aluminium.
Right.
All that can be diverted from landfills.
Composting, recycling.
Yeah.
Check and check.
What about energy and water usage?
Okay.
Those seem like big factors in a restaurant setting.
Yeah, for sure.
You're right.
Okay.
Energy efficiency is crucial. Invest in energy-saving appliances.
Right.
Refrigerators, ovens, dishwashers, all those big-ticket items.
Yeah.
It might cost a bit more up front.
Right.
But it will save you money in the long run.
Yeah.
And reduce your carbon footprint.
Smart move.
And what about water conservation?
Okay.
Simple things like installing low-flow faucets and shower heads can make a big difference.
Right.
Train your staff to be mindful of water usage during food prep and dishwashing. And consider using water-efficient dishwashers.
Got it. Yeah. Less water, more savings.
Right.
Happier planet.
Exactly.
Now let's talk about the menu.
Okay.
Can we make our menu itself more sustainable?
Absolutely. Consider offering more plant-based or vegetarian dishes.
Okay.
Meat production generally has a larger environmental impact than plant-based options.
Makes sense.
If you are using meat, source it from sustainable and ethical farms.
Okay, so we're sourcing locally and ethically.
Yeah.
Minimizing waste, conserving energy and water.
Right.
And even offering more plant-based options.
It's a lot, but it all adds up.
We're well on our way to becoming a green restaurant.
We are.
But how do we let our customers know about all these amazing efforts?
Right.
We don't want to just be doing good.
Yeah.
We want to be seen doing good.
You're exactly right.
Yeah.
Shout it from the rooftops, or at least from your menu and your social media.
Okay, yeah.
Clearly label your sustainable, organic, and locally sourced dishes.
Right.
Talk about your eco-friendly practices on your website and social media platforms.
Transparency is key.
It is.
People want to know the story behind their food.
They do.
What else can we do to engage our customers in our sustainability journey?
Think about offering incentives.
Okay.
And maybe a discount for customers who bring their own reusable containers. for takeout or leftovers, or create a loyalty program that rewards customers for making sustainable choices.
I love those ideas.
Yeah.
It's like we're creating a community of eco-conscious diners.
Exactly. It's about building a shared commitment to sustainability.
This whole conversation about sustainability has been really inspiring.
It's important.
It's clear that being eco-friendly isn't just about doing the right thing for the planet.
Right.
It's also about creating a better dining experience for our customers and building a stronger, more sustainable business.
Absolutely. Sustainability and profitability aren't mutually exclusive by making conscious choices. You can reduce your environmental impact, appeal to eco-conscious consumers, and enhance your bottom line.
It's a win-win-win.
It is.
Well said. This deep dive has been packed with information.
It has.
Insights and inspiration. We've covered every aspect of opening a restaurant in Melbourne.
We have.
From the initial planning stages to the grand opening and beyond.
It's been quite a journey.
It really has.
We've explored the challenges and the triumphs, the nitty-gritty details and the big picture vision.
So as we wrap up this episode, what's the one piece of advice you want to leave our listener with?
Opening a restaurant is a challenging but incredibly rewarding endeavor. It requires passion, resilience, creativity, and a willingness to constantly learn and adapt.
Right.
But most importantly, it's about creating something special. A place where people can gather, connect, and savor the joy of good food.
Beautifully said.
Thank you.
So to our listener out there who's dreaming of opening a restaurant in Melbourne, go for it.
Do it.
With careful planning, a dedicated team, and a commitment to excellence and sustainability.
Yes.
You can make that dream a delicious reality.
You can.
And who knows, maybe your restaurant will become the next Melbourne institution.
Maybe.
That's it for this deep dive. We'll see you next time for another deep dive into a fascinating topic.
Sounds good.
Until then, happy cooking.